Sportscenter.
Hey, I'm Chris Berman. Got a lot of games to cover. Let's get at it. In our first game this week, we had the Browns come away with a decisive 10-point win. In a long-standing AFC rivalry, we had the Bengals pick up their first win of the year. Itula Mealy stepped it up this week and gave his team some added firepower for the win. Lavernius Coles pulled down 100-plus receiving yards and helped his Redskins beat the Cowboys. We had a big injury in this one, and Trey has the lowdown for us. Trey?
All right, Chris, thanks. In front of you, we've got the AFC Infirmary Report. And as you can see, they were hit hard this week. Nnamdi Asomugha might be the biggest loss on this list. X-rays after the game revealed it is indeed a broken leg, so he'll likely be out for 9 weeks. In front of you, we've got the NFC list. And as you can see, they could form their own MASH unit. Mitchell is probably the one that most leaps out at you. Tests at the stadium revealed a broken kneecap, so he'll be out for the rest of the regular season. There's a chance, however, they'll get him back for the playoffs. So that'll do it for now. Chris, let's send it back to you. Over now to news of a trade that might have some ramifications. Flozell Adams leaves the Cowboys and heads to the Texans. And it's clear this was an area of their football team that needed somebody. In exchange, they'll get someone to beef up their roster. Marcus Coleman is a guy that'll certainly give them a boost in the secondary, as it'll be interesting to see how that unit will function together.
Cardinals, Falcons. Michael Vick calls signals at the 12-yard line. He's so dangerous, buying time, moves out of the pocket, fires, touchdown. The Falcons go on to win this by the final score of 21-13. Down in South Florida, Miami, we had the Dolphins get nipped by 3 points. Up in Ford Field, we had the Lions lose by a 12-point margin. The Jaguars got 300-plus yards from their offense in their victory at Nashville. The Broncos won at home, but will take to the road next week to meet the Buccaneers. In a long-standing NFC rivalry, we had the Vikings pick up their third win of the season. Buccaneers, Raiders. Tyrone Wheatley is in the backfield at the 37-yard line, gets the pitch, spins right there, whoop! And then at the 20, the 15, the 10, the 5, touchdown! The Raiders win this one by the final score of 24-14. Troy Walters played well despite the loss and showed us why he's ranked up at the top of the league. We had an interesting free agency pickup of note here. Trey's got the lowdown for us. Trey?
All right, Chris, let's switch gears and talk about players that'll have new homes in the National Football League, as free agency continues to play such a huge role in determining a team's makeup. Zach Bronson is on the move, as you see, as he accepts a pretty good offer to leave his current club. 4 years, $5.6 million. Jason Simmons is also on the move as he signs a robust 5-year contract with the Broncos. Darren Howard will be on the move. You see it there. He'll be getting a nice little payday, too. 3 years, $6.8 million, plus a $1.3 million signing bonus. This guy is also on the move as he signs a robust 5-year contract with the Redskins.
Right on the Mississippi River in St. Louis, we had the Rams squeak to a 1-point victory. And last but not least, we had the Chiefs come away victorious. So another week in the books here on ESPN, but what do you say we hand out a few game balls before we go? Here's my prime-time players. That'll do it, sports fans. I'm Chris Berman, and thanks so much for joining us here in the Bristol studios. We'll see you next week right here on ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports.